In 1348, a silent, invisible killer arrived on England's shores. It came aboard ships carried by fleas on rats, and within months it would tear through villages, towns, and cities with terrifying speed. This was the Black Death, a pandemic of bubonic plague that would change England forever. The plague likely entered through the port of Melcombe Regis in Dorset. From there, it spread rapidly across the country. Victims developed painful swellings, or buboes, high fevers, and delirium. Most died within days. There was no cure. Priests, doctors, and nobles died just as quickly as peasants. No one was safe. By the time it subsided in 1350, it's estimated that between 1/3 and 1/2 of England's population was dead. Whole villages vanished. Crops withered in the fields for lack of workers. Churches stood silent as priests succumbed. The scale of death was unlike anything seen before. But out of this catastrophe came radical change. The Black Death shattered the feudal economy. With so many labourers dead, surviving peasants suddenly found themselves in short supply and high demand. Landowners, desperate to keep their estates running, had to offer better terms, wages, or even land to retain workers. The strict social hierarchies that had defined medieval life began to crumble. Parliament tried to stop the tide. In 1351, the Statute of Labourers was passed, attempting to freeze wages at pre-plague levels and bind workers to their masters. But enforcement was nearly impossible. Labourers moved where they pleased, bargaining for better pay and conditions. The old order was eroding, and the ruling elite knew it. Religious life, too, was shaken. The church had no answers for the plague. Many of its best clergy died ministering to the sick. Others fled. This crisis of faith left deep scars. Trust in the church weakened. People began to question authority, not just political but spiritual. Heresies and dissenting movements, like the Lollards, gained followers. They called for reform, simpler worship, and a return to the true teachings of Christ. It was a quiet revolution that would echo into the next century. As decades passed, the population slowly recovered. But the world was different. A new generation of peasants grew up knowing their worth. They demanded rights, freedom from serfdom, and fairer treatment. By 1381, these tensions erupted in the peasants' revolt.